Good morning, everyone. Good morning. We have so much stuff around us.
We really do. There's a lot happening on this table.
Yeah, we are very excited. Today we are bringing you all things fall nail art.
Yeah.
Not all things, but some really cute designs.
A few things fall nail art.
Hopefully to get your fall nail art juices rolling.
But it's kind of a transitional fall. We're not like fully there yet.
We're not into leaves and things like that, but we are starting that process. Are your clients doing fall yet?
I've had a couple do Halloween already.
Really?
Yeah.
But that's not fall
Because
even.
they know I want it so bad.
Halloween, I feel like, is holiday. Fall is that transitional strange period, either for people who don't like Halloween or that November time frame when the people who don't want to start Christmas, you know?
Yeah.
So
I haven't really had any like fall. I've had a lot of like transitional stages.
See. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. So we are going to get started. So this morning on the Magpie Beauty page on Facebook, there was a comment from a person named Tara Adams, and she needed some help with a design. She is somebody who doesn't do much nail art, and so I said to Rachel, you know what, we should help her out and show her that the design that she has is going to be very simple and that you can use any colors. So the one that she posted had a Hannah Banana, and then Virginia color, and then a June bug. So those are the three Magpie colors that I would assign to that. Oh, yep.
I have here's the inspo.
So the yellow I would say was Hannah Banana, then this orange is the new Virginia, and then this bright orangey red I would say was June bug if she stayed in that orange palette.
Yeah.
And given that this has oranges, I would say that they were all tones of that. But we are going to be using pinks and purples today. And you can do the same design using any color palette you want. So we have Lolli Pop, Pretty Polly, and Eye Candy, and we're just going to decant that. And actually, this is one of those designs where Rachel is going to do it at the same time as I am, and show you that in that picture there were 10 nails of nail art, and they were all different. They were not the same. So really, you can come up with something pretty cohesive and similar with just a little bit of creativity.
Yeah.
Okay. So
she is here, by the way.
Oh, hi Tara. I'm glad you're here. Okay, so I have decanted the Lolli Pop. Rachel did Eye Candy, and then this is Pretty Polly right here. And they are just tones of like pinky purple, super cute. So just depending on what colors that your client is wanting, you can come up with. Then this is 2 coats of Forget Me Not, cured for 60 seconds each. Remember that all of the Magpie gels are a 60-second cure in an LED lamp. And Rachel is cleaning her detailer.
I have a couple of frayed bristles, so I'm trying to fix them.
I am going to be using the traditional Magpie detailer, and Rachel is going to be using the Detailer 9.
The premium.
Yep. So
just a little bit thicker, a little bit longer.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you can do this with any of it. So, okay, we are going to get started.
Do you want a picture?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm just getting my bristles to do what they should do. Okay. Perfect. I'm ready. Okay. So, I'm going to start with a little bit of Lolli Pop. And because we're using gel polish, you have a couple of options. You can remove the tacky layer from your pop, so from the nail, the client's nail. You can remove the tacky layer, and what that's going to do is help the gel polish not to spread. But I don't prefer to do that because when I work on a client, I'm always in more of a hurry trying to get them in and out. So instead, what I would do is after every color, I would put them in the lamp and I would give it a quick lock for about 5 seconds. Because this is just going to be really nice and thin, then I feel like 5 seconds is going to give me just enough lock in place that I could go on to the next color without them bleeding together.
Right. And I'm going to just jump right in. I'm going to start with Eye Candy because in the picture they started with a different color on each of them. And I'm actually going to start with like the biggest section. So I'm going to just kind of make a weird shape over here. There really is no method to this madness.
Nope, there isn't. And there doesn't have to be. And that's what we're trying to show you, is that even though she's working right there, I'm working right here, you can take the stress out of the design. And do you see how on mine, one side is thicker than the other on that pretty poly? So you can really just get as creative as you want with what you want the final look to be. And when I first started doing abstract nail art, I didn't know what the end would look like, but I've gotten used to that. So just give it a practice, Tara, and you'll see that, like, oh, it's okay just to let it go, let it flow, and just let your bristles go where they go.
Yeah.
It's okay to do that too.
Will you pass me a glove?
You bet.
I have a feeling I'm going to be touching a lot of gel today.
There you go. All right, here's this for you. You're welcome.
Yes, you kind of start on one edge as you lift. No, you do it that way. See how that's different than just like scraping cuticle? Yeah. Perfect. Yes, that's perfect. Yep. Yep, and starting from one edge, you kind of like push and box, push, kind of like get that.
I also think that because you are somebody who doesn't do a lot of nail art, Tara, it's also okay to be quiet, like how Rachel and I are just concentrating on putting the gel on. If you are somebody who is used to always carrying the conversation,
Yeah.
you're going to feel a little bit awkward not carrying it,
But it's okay.
but it is totally okay.
And like when it's times like this, if you're like actually concentrating on something, like your clients will just, stare at you.
Yeah, or you can
They'll
turn
just
on
watch
some
you
music
work,
and just
or-
listen.
yeah.
It's all good.
A lot of my clients just watch me work, and it's just kind of therapeutic.
Yeah, they love it too.
Because nail art is just the fun part.
So your client and you are going to have a great time. You'll be concentrating and sweating, but don't sweat too much. And your client will just be watching and having a good time.
None the wiser that you don't have any idea what you're doing.
And they will be none the wiser that you have no idea what you're doing. That's right. And then today will be the day, or whatever day you do your client, will be the day that you're like, all right, maybe I could start adding in a little bit of nail art.
And that's always fun.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I decided to give them more work-life balance. I lay down the lawn though. I sit back in my chair. If they're like moving or if they're pulling, like we have a conversation. A very nice one, but just like we have to work together. You have to trust me. I wanted to work so badly.
Absolutely.
Be rested.
Cute.
These are so fun.
Stressed out.
They are fun.
If you don't trust me, then there's an issue.
And if anybody has questions on here while we're just playing around, let us know.
I'm always
Sydney Dallum asks, is there a way to order all of the polishes at once without adding them to cart one by one?
Hi, Sydney. Yes, we do have a complete collection at magpiebeautyusa.com. I believe it's in the gel polish collections, the professional only section of the website. But yes, there is a full selection or a full collection. You can either buy just the gel polishes or you can buy it with the Build Me Up pots and all of the bases and tops that go with it.
And so I love that some states require that. They have to pick up on these things. But at the same time,
I'm like not even in frame, sorry. Oh, she's trying at the same time as us.
Oh, I'm so glad.
I feel like I need to love what I'm doing. I think it looks rubbish.
Oh, I wish that we could see it because, I mean, if you look at Rachel's and you look at mine, they're very different, and yet they would go together on the nail.
Because it's a cohesive color palette. It's
That's right.
kind of similar design flow. So I mean, as long as they're like sort of similar, you're fine. And
Really,
there's 10 nails of like very different looking.
A
nail
very
art.
different looking nail art. That's right. And you can tie it literally. Rachel's style, my style, very, very different. We did not discuss like which nails we would do. And I wouldn't even say that these are similar to anything in the picture. We're just coming up with something.
Yeah.
And it totally goes together.
Yeah.
So it's probably not rubbish. Tara, don't be too hard on yourself.
And because you don't do a lot of nail art, this is going to feel very, very out of your comfort zone because it is something that has like no structure to it. There are no
Right.
rules when it comes to doing abstract and line work and stuff like this. So this is going to feel wrong.
And why is that so hard for people? Myself,
No,
it's
you
so
are the
hard
same
for
way.
me
Yeah.
to accept that there are no rules. It's hard. But it really does come together. And if you practiced a couple and then you just put it on like a palette like this and you looked at it from far away, that's another thing is when you work so close like this, if you pull it away and you look at it from far away, then you're like, oh, that's actually pretty cute.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Comes together.
Yeah. So don't be too hard on yourself.
Push. Push open that side. But you can kind of feel like.
And we're happy to help. Anytime. You're welcome.
So here's one thing that I like to do. So I have big pieces, right? I have the big lollipop. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Can I put that in?
It's okay.
I have the big lollipop over here. I have the big pretty Polly over here. So then it's going to look empty over here. So what I did was I made a big eye candy here and then made it really thin. So that I didn't add to anything. I just balanced out the big, and then made a big over here.
Mm-hmm.
That will also help because now it feels kind of circular. It feels
looks
like
like
there's
a
a
lollipop.
movement. And it looks like a lollipop.
It's like candy.
The next tip is that as soon as I get this in the lamp and we give these a full cure, the next tip for you, Tara, would be that top coat makes everything look fantastic.
Top coat really fixes everything.
So here's a really big rule of thumb in the nail art world that isn't talked about very often. If you don't absolutely LOVE your nail art design, do not put matte top coat on. It's not available.
Ever.
You threw it away.
It's not an option.
It's not an option because matte top coat is going to highlight everything because there is
Not disturbed.
I was not.
Can you use your
I'm holding it.
yes. Yes. And see the more.
We're back.
Hi.
I did share the first one. So that is available on the Instagram, and now we will finish up with the rest of our live. Sometimes Instagram, I forgot to put on the do not disturb, and then we got a phone call, and well, sometimes that is just how it goes, which is such a bummer. But anyway, what I was saying is that Tara, if you don't love the nail art that you have laid down, do not put matte top coat on it. Because what it does is it doesn't have any reflective ability. It's all matte, so you'll be able to see every single flaw that you see, right? Regardless of if your client sees it, you will be able to see it.
Yep.
So if you do nail art, always choose a shiny option. Now, if you want to camouflage just a little bit, yeah, let's do pink. If you want to camouflage just a little bit, then I would use the pink Top It Off.
Or even the hollow would be
Or
cute
even
too.
the hollow would be so cute.
But glitter will just kind of refract that light, so you don't focus as much on like all of those crisp lines if they didn't turn out the way that you wanted them to.
Totally. So I'm going to have Rachel put on a clear, or it doesn't matter. I'll put on clear, and she'll put on the shimmery, and that way you can see your different options. Because that's also, I remember back when I first started doing nail art, and it made me so nervous. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I remember once I learned the rule of shiny top coat always, and then that glitter helps refract that light, then it was like game on.
Yep.
Until I found my confidence, and then my nail art was just fine, and I didn't feel so nervous about sending my clients out with nail art.
Yep.
So let me just make this a little bit smoother.
But like you can see already, like it's
So
so cute. but it also kind of helps to diffuse some of those lines just in case they didn't turn out perfect, or if there was like something about it you didn't love and you don't want to bring attention to it. Your clients aren't going to notice 9 times out of 10. So it's just a you personal thing.
Yeah, you will notice.
Yeah. But it just adds a little zhuzh,
A little zhuzh.
different effect.
But it gives you options, right? Which is always nice.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give these a full cure, and then that takes care of our first fall design.
Yeah. And that is such a versatile option for like transitioning into fall.
Yeah.
Because you can change the palette, you can use more neutral colors, you can do it with like browns or oranges.
Well,
or
even like
greens.
Willow Tree, Sea Breeze, and
and
Nutmeg.
Oh yeah.
So cute.
That would be very cute.
Or Rosemary and Thyme.
Yeah.
What's the darker one?
Gypsy Lee.
Gypsy Lee.
Yeah, that'd be a good
That
one.
will have that shimmer effect to it. So cute. Another option, not to overwhelm you, but while you're having a play, is to mix a little bit of Marilyn with some Give Me Strength. And then in between, let me take one of these out. In between these lines,
Just add a
just the tiniest, you're going to use the lightest pressure. So really anchor that finger. And then just with the tiniest bit, you're just going to go through and add just a hint of shimmer. That's also going to add a lot of depth and dimension and make it really fun for your client. So that's just another option. We chose Marilyn because we're going along with this palette. But depending on the color palette you choose, if you went with those oranges, Elizabeth would be so cute. So cute. All right. That finishes design number 1. Rachel.
Yeah, she says thanks so much for helping me out. I'm gonna have another go too. I've got a few dates. Well, good luck.
Awesome.
Holler if you need any more
Wish
help.
you the very best.
And Nails by Gemma says, love a good swirl. Have a swirl in the
Oh, I
moment.
love a good swirl.
It's just so good. It's just fun.
Totally.
All right, design number 2. Ready? Go. All right, I have on this guy, I've just got a couple layers of Cara Mel, which is just a beautiful.
I love caramel.
Just a warm nude. It's just perfect. It really is. It makes me want to wear it every time I play with it.
It's really good.
It's just so pretty. And then I've got Cat Got the Cream, Willow Tree, and Sea Breeze. And I'm going to just do kind of an abstract design with these. Just a little bit more of that like intro to fall palette.
Absolutely. I blow on their nails all the time, and it's like, Kayla, don't do that.
I love an intro to fall palette.
Right? And these are just so good.
And I was like, there you go.
Like these colors together, can we just take a moment? Like, wow. Wow, they're pretty. And I'm going to
And when you go, try to go.
take my Detailer 9, just the same brush that I was using before. And
See, like, it's a straighter.
this is gonna just be kind of like a weird abstract-y design. Like there's really no...
Weird as in easy, weird as in you're just putting it together.
Yeah, as just
Okay.
coming up with it on the fly. That's,
Okay.
You know, because a lot of times that's what we do. And I'm gonna kind of almost like dry brush, but with product on. And you could use a bigger brush for this, but I kind of like just the piecey, streaky that the thinner brushes give you.
You don't need to fold them yet.
What pressure are you using?
Pretty light.
Pretty light?
pressure. Yeah.
It's fantastic. And then you can
Even the way you're holding your brush makes it have less pressure, huh? Because you took the pressure off that index finger.
Yeah, when you hold your brush further back, I have the cap on it. When you hold your brush further back towards the end rather than closer to the tip, you, in essence, kind of take away some of the pressure and also some of the control. So it'll be a little bit more streaky. It'll be a little bit more abstract, but at the same time, it'll kind of give you that effect that you want, where it's like light-handed and
Cute.
you know not as controlled, which is kind of fun.
I like that.
Yeah. But I'm just kind of adding just some random patches of these two colors.
probably yeah. I'm gonna use the restroom really fast if I getting used to it.
Alright. And then will you lock that for
I'd be
me?
happy to.
And then we're just gonna add a little bit of the Cat Got the Cream once that is cured for a little bit.
I'm just staring at this like I still love
It's
it.
just pretty.
So, to anybody who is nervous of nail art, you just start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
And Rachel did this one, I did this one. So we didn't talk about how we're gonna do it, yet they go together. So don't be so afraid. Super cute. Okay, here's this for you.
Thank you. All right, and then taking a little bit of this cream, and we're just gonna kind of break up these colors,
That's pretty.
right?
Yeah.
Just kind of fun. Just a different kind of abstract. And I like to have some patches have a little bit more color to them, some a little bit more streaky.
Oh, that's pretty.
Kind of gives you a little bit of contrast.
That's real pretty.
And then I'm going to go in and add a little bit more into the places that I already cured.
Yeah, that'd be so great. We found a breeder that breeds small poodles, like cute. So we're like, yeah. One of our neighbors that lives, well, she's not our neighbor, so
You make it look easy to not have rules.
Oh, thanks.
You do.
It's just the way my
I would be
brain
like,
works.
okay, but how many strokes do I
There's-
need to make with the green, and how many
There's no
strokes
number.
with the blue? And then you're just like doing
Just
this,
throw it on.
and then
Ooh.
I love it.
Yeah, Gemma says some Billie flakes would look amazing on that.
You want me to get some? I would get some.
Yeah, but do I want Billie or do I want Cameron?
Well, bring them over and check it.
Don't ask me. It's not gonna happen.
A little Billie and a little Cameron. Mm-hmm. Here you go.
Because I like a neutral gold, but I also think Billie would be so cute with that. So you could go either way.
And that's what I love, because to be honest, you could, if you wanted to cool it down, you could go Cameron. You could even go as far as Ashley, although that would be really cool against
Yeah.
these warm colors.
Yeah, but that would be a cute.
But
like,
you could consider this your cool tone, this your warm tone. I love that you have options in that way.
Cara says Cameron. Cameron it is. Melanie Galloway asks, how do I come up with design ideas? On the fly.
Yeah, isn't that so mean?
There is no
Melanie, I just
order
don't understand
in
her
this
brain.
I just kind of, I don't
Although
know.
if you look at this, we look at this every time we open it. But if
Every
you look
time.
at this, you'll see like there is no order, and that's how she comes up with it.
Yeah, my palette
How
is
does she
a
do it?
disaster, but it is.
These are our beloved Magpie
This
gel
is
paints.
an artist
And
palette.
we keep it in an artist palette just like this. And she's even emptied one. But isn't that amazing?
Yeah,
Look at that.
but
Okay.
I'm gonna throw on some. I'm gonna use some white, and this is the white plus, the paint plus, and I'm actually going to mix it a little bit with some of the regular white so that it's not so thick, because when it's in your palette it kind of just thickens up over time.
Yep.
So I'm going to kind of make more of a thinner version of that. And I'm going to just
Melanie says you're so creative.
Hey, thanks. I'm just gonna add some little some little leafy guys, but just very, very simple. Really no no structure. But I'm just gonna bring those together. And this is like the easiest nail art. Once you can, I don't know, once you figure out brush pressure with this.
I
feel
do
like
love,
leaves are
so when
super
people are
easy.
new, so Tara's in my mind, and that she's new to nail art, and that this can feel overwhelming. So when I started doing leaves, I love that Rachel showed doing the leaf first and then drawing on the stem, because by doing the stem first, in the end, you'll have very fat connections to your stem, and then
Like
it's going to
that.
look bulky.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that one. So whereas these ones over here have a very thin connection because she put the stem farther away and then connected the leaf. So give that a try.
So I'll do it on this side too, where you just start with your leaf, and I'm going to make my little stem, but I'm going to put my leaves further away and then kind of drag
There you go.
very lightly.
And it really is brush pressure.
It really is. It's just
Learning
like a
to
little-
lighten up, learning to use less gel.
Yeah, and just like a little flick.
That was one thing we didn't mention when we did this first design,
Oh,
this
yeah.
one, is that you need to use less gel. Otherwise, you're going to have very bumpy outcome. So the Magpie gels are beautiful and super pigmented. And so you can use less product and you won't have those bulky sides.
But that's just a fun little something. Just feeling a little
Tara says you make it look super
fall-ish.
easy.
Thanks.
Many hours of practice, though. Many hours of practice and learning. I mean, when we first started, then we had fat connections and it wasn't so ideal.
Yeah.
But then you learn brush pressure and you learn to pull in those tails and connect, and then it becomes more feathery
Yeah.
and more delicate,
Yeah.
which is gorgeous.
Yep.
All right, Cameron or Billie? Cameron it is.
Yep. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
this is my love. Leave it in for just like 30 seconds.
We'll do.
I should probably get the product out of these.
Do you want to put it onto the tacky layer, or do you
Yeah.
want? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tacky it up.
All right.
Do you have an illustrator?
I do. Right. I can't guarantee what it looks like.
It's a bit suspicious, but that's okay.
You're getting gorgeous, so cute. Very easy nail art today.
This is Cameron. This is. I can't help you. But you can't breathe
Oh,
directly
don't breathe.
in it.
I'm sorry. Shh, don't breathe. I'm
Don't
sorry.
breathe
I didn't
in
mean
it.
to yell, guys.
It can sense fear.
That was all. It can sense fear, and there was fear in my voice. I'm sorry that I
Just
yelled
excitement and terror all at once.
all at once.
Should take care of that. It's exfoliated.
But yes, you cannot breathe. You cannot cough.
Can't
You can't
laugh.
sigh. You can't laugh.
No heavy exhales.
You kind of have to just breathe in and then slowly breathe out when you have the flakes out.
Yep.
Okay.
Kind of makes just like a fun little simple fall something.
I think that also adds to the leaf effect.
Yeah.
When you add on these flakes, that is what I always get that sense of like a leaf floating through.
I love that.
Katie said, Rena and I are watching while she does my nails. Hi, ladies.
Hi.
What are you doing on your nails, Katie?
I'm just gonna float this top coat over.
Tara says, this is so simple yet so pretty. I'd never think about a design like that though. I hope that you give it a try. It is very simple. Not so intimidating where she showed you every step. The leaves are probably the hardest part to this design. But
Yep.
even without the leaves and you only put on Cameron, still absolutely
Yeah,
gorgeous.
that still is stunning. It's one of my favorite things to do in the fall. Just like just kind of like a, I don't know, like a dry brush abstract kind of design.
Gemma says, OMG, chef's kiss. Just perfect.
Thanks, guys.
Absolutely stunning. Gorgeous
It
in
comes
every way.
together in the end.
It is. It does.
You know, can look a little bit.
I'm gonna
weird
use your
at some
palette. Is that
steps.
okay?
That sounds great.
All right, here we go.
All right. Next design.
Next design. Okay, we are going to do a pumpkin because pumpkin season is coming.
It is here.
This same thing can be turned into an apple. It can be turned into. I think that's it. Okay, so I have down a layer of Kiss Me Kate. 2 layers of Kiss Me Kate. Isn't that just a beautiful neutral? Now we do have a white nail pop instead of a clear, but it's just such a gorgeous. It does have a slight sheen to it. It's just such a beautiful neutral. I love Kiss Me Kate.
It's one of my favorites.
It
of
is
these like
gorgeous.
semi-sheer. I love them.
Stunning. Now I'm going to go in just with a very thin layer of pumpkin, and I'm going to just map out my pumpkin design. And I'm going to be putting glitter on top of this. So this is, again, just a very thin layer just to map out
Just your shape.
my shape. Because I don't want my glitter layer to be super thick, so I need to have something behind it. I'm going to give that just a 30-second cure. If this was on a client, you would need to give it a full 60-second cure, but since we are just doing it on a nail pop, I can get away with 30. Now, using a little bit of Give Me Strength, I'm going to make a glitter gel. And in true Sarah fashion,
She's
going
gonna mix
to...
far more than she
I'm
needs.
going to try not to.
You
but,
already passed it.
Oh, I did? Already?
Yeah.
Darn it. And then I'm going to use May. The reason why I'm choosing May is because it does have that iridescent effect where it kind of has a green hue. So although it's kind of that orangey, brighter orange, a little bit pink, it does have a little bit of that green, which I thought might be fun.
Katie says lots of things: chrome, French, and floral.
Ooh, whoa.
Okay,
Hey,
well, can't wait to see these.
can't wait to see that. All right, so mixing our Give Me Strength and a little bit of May. And then using my Illustrator brush. I like the Illustrator brush for this job because it moves the product much faster than a detailer.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
This is gonna be cute over that orange.
I'm very excited.
I have a strong feeling.
I zoomed in earlier when you were doing your lines.
It's okay.
So if you want to zoom out, you can.
There we go.
All right, now my goal with this is to not have a super thick layer of glitter. So I want to just make sure to very gently brush over top of it so that it will lay flat and it won't be too chunky when I have to go top coat. All right, there we go.
Clumps.
Super pretty.
Cute.
Isn't May pretty? And then it has that golden green sheen to it.
Yeah, that's so cute.
Love it, love it. All right, I'm going to give this a quick 30-second cure. Again, on a client, you would need 60 seconds in the lamp.
But
All right.
these are headed straight to the trash after this, so it's
Well, unfortunately, ours don't get kept, but we love to do them anyway. Okay, I'm going to use Rachel's gel paint, and I'm going to give it actually a black stem.
This is regular black, this is plus black.
Okay,
But it's
perfect.
almost gone, so you just gotta scrape it off the side.
That's all right. I'll just use regular black.
Great.
All right. So using my detailer, I'm going to go in, give that just a quick stir, just because I don't know the last time maybe it was stirred. Okay, make sure I have enough pigment
Probably
everywhere.
not recently.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to just get just a little bit of paint, and I'm going to outline my pumpkin.
And then you can flip and see, like,
Tara says, I have a client who I know will absolutely love this, and it's not even finished yet.
yourself. There you go.
It's gonna be so cute.
So cute.
This one is like our go-to for
This one
the
is
fall
so
and
easy for the
Halloween.
fall. Yep.
And you can change the glitter. You can change if you wanted to add a background design to this, if you wanted it to be like a fun plaid or a leopard print or, you know, like a torty little pumpkin. Like, those
Which we're
are
going to show you a
always fun.
torty pumpkin. Excuse me. We're going to show you a torty pumpkin in just a second. But something like this where you only have a moment, your client wants something. This is so fast and so easy. All right, I'm going to give that a quick lock.
And that's cute. Nails by Nin asked what palette is that? So this is just a palette from Amazon, but it's just a watercolor tin that we added all of the Magpie paints to. And then I just kind of custom mixed.
I was going to say, you do have to say
Most
that
of this is custom mixing that I have done. So these are all Magpie paints though, and then so are all of these and all of these. But they stay forever because
Yep.
they don't see the light of day for very long.
Yep.
So
Nope.
even pull it the other way.
but it's very convenient. So if you have
Magpie does have
Magpie
a really
paints.
good range of colors, and then of course she added more pink, maybe a little green, maybe a little purple, maybe a little, she just made custom colors, maybe a little red to this,
Yep.
mixed with orange
just like
and yellow.
based on the colors that I frequently
Yeah.
use when I do nail art.
Yep. So you can really have a play. If you understand color theory, you can be like Rachel and make the coolest.
Yeah, you can. Melanie Galloway asks, will the set with pumpkin in it be coming back in stock?
I sure as heck hope so.
I hope so too, for all of your sakes.
Pumpkin is one of those colors.
Practice.
really
This
is.
is like the part where
It's like one of the best fall colors.
Love it.
or pulling it back.
This is where you get to have fun. You could stop there.
But you'll get it.
Or if you wanted it to be really curly, you could just keep going and make it curl.
Cute.
So cute. All right, I'm going to give that a full cure. And then this design is done. So it is very fast, very easy. You can use, like we said, all different kinds of colors. Pink pumpkins are super cute. Purple pumpkins are cute. I always like to use a mixture of the blue and green for the stem to make it kind of a moody,
Like a deep
muted,
turquoise.
yeah, like a deep turquoise. That's always fun as the stem and the leaf. You can just really, it doesn't have to have glitter. You could use dusts.
Yeah.
Really, the options
Yeah.
are endless.
Yeah.
Love it.
Nails by Clavis, I hope I'm saying that right, asks, how long have you used Magpie products?
We have been using Magpie products since
The dawn of time.
2015 when it first started.
Yeah.
We started Magpie USA. We were the brand distributors for them since 2018. But always had a deep love for Magpie.
Yep. They're just fabulous. And there's just so much. Like, so many products to use, so much
So many options, I
much
think.
fun to be had.
All right, I'm just going to give this a quick top coat, and then we have one more pumpkin, one more very fast tutorial. We wanted to show you kind of in-depth nail art, and then also quick nail art, because not everybody wants in-depth or even has time for it. So we wanted to give you options. So I'm going to get this into cure, and then Rachel is going to start working on the next pumpkin.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got our base on this guy of our Get a Grip, Gimme Strength combo, and this is just the color Nudie in both the Get a Grip and Gimme Strength. So it's just this beautiful semi-sheer nude. And what we're gonna do with this is we're gonna do a little torty pumpkin with our good friend Donatello.
So
This
cute.
is just a fun little design. And we're gonna use full foiled in this. So if you don't have full foiled and you are wanting to do some design like this, this is what you need. I am going to start by wiping off the tacky layer.
And you have to wipe it off really well.
good.
Really give it a good scrub. You don't want
your-
any other tacky layer left behind.
Wrap and hydrate and just give it a good scrub. Now people are calling me.
They just need to get a hold of you.
Why? All right.
Another reason why I love Magpie products is because I can wear them. I have a HEMA allergy,
Oh yeah.
so I do love that Magpie offers something that I can wear without having a reaction.
So yeah, now you're kind of
That is nice.
That is nice.
And then kind of similarly to how she did her pumpkin with pumpkin, I'm going to just use the brush from the bottle.
So with full foiled, you want to make sure to apply it very thin. You don't need any excess gel. You also want to cover all of full foiled. Wherever you put full foiled, that is where you want to put the foil. So because she wiped off that tacky layer, now she gets to make a real design, map it out, but she has to plan to cover all of that.
Yep.
And then as long as she keeps it very thin, you won't have any curing issues or anything like that. The next rule with full foiled is you can give it a 60-second cure, but if you have a foil that is difficult to transfer from its paper, then you can give it a 2-minute cure. You can even go up to a 3-minute cure, and it is just going to get stickier and stickier and stickier the more that you cure it. But for a minimum of 60 seconds in the lamp, which is what we're going to cure for Donatello.
Yep. And then while that is curing, I'm just gonna mix up some Elizabeth
I love Elizabeth.
and some Gimme Strength,
And we can also work
because we're
on
gonna
the
outline this and give a little gold accent. You know?
I just want to
Would you
It'll
like the brown
stand out in
jelly?
the black.
right now, too, 'cause it's
I'll
a
get it
lot.
just in case you
That
want
might
to
be
cover
fun.
it and give
Yeah.
that more brown hue. Let me grab that while that's curing.
That would be fun.
Lifting it up and then something like you lose contact. And then the more that you mess with gel, the more it will run.
So we've done a lot of tutorials with torties, and always come out the jellies. We love the jellies
How to go back.
I really do.
and how transparent they are. They're gorgeous.
It just depends.
You've got me wanting to make waterfall nails with that.
There you go. There you go.
When you make the chrome paints, and then like how you were stroking on the
Yeah.
Willow Tree and Sea Breeze, you do
Yeah.
that with the chrome paints. Ugh,
Yeah.
stunning. Okay,
All right.
here's this for you.
Can I have some scissors, please?
Absolutely.
And then you can cap that for your edge.
My glove is too big to fit in here. And we're just gonna cut off a little piece of this foil.
And then think of the size of the finger too. You're gonna need a lot. I think that was
And-
the last time is we didn't have enough.
Foil can be tricky. Don't be scared.
No, just takes a little practice.
Yeah. But I'm not going to just
Perfect. Yeah.
stick it on and immediately start scrubbing. I'm going to kind of just lay it down a little bit. It's very sticky, so I'm gonna kind of guide it to the edges so that it lays down.
And then just kind of swipe it through.
You could use a silicone tool. You could use like gauze.
I like to use
scrub
gauze.
it in. I know Sarah likes that. I usually will just use my fingers, and then I will start to scrub.
I like that there are different ways that you can apply it. I've seen many people apply things differently. The best tip is the curing tip. Like if you have a foil that won't release, give it a longer cure. It'll get even stickier.
Mm-hmm. That does help.
Okay, and then go upside down.
And then I also think it's important to just take your time, especially when you're doing a full foil transfer rather than the abstract transfer.
Right.
Just take your time and really allow
So
the foil to come off of
this
the
side, that side.
paper.
So I'm gonna add some, and I'm looking at it here. So I'm gonna add it.
Right. I think I've got almost all of it
I'm
down.
gonna add it, and I'm gonna leave that, even though it is a little ledgy. I'm gonna pull it from this free
There's
edge.
this little spot.
Back up.
Doesn't want to stay. There we go.
See how
And you
I
can kind of
attach
see
that?
in the spots where it's detaching, like because it's clear underneath, you can kind of see like, oh, right here, it's still a little bit stuck. But at the end of the day, you can always just go back over it.
That already looks like a tortie.
Right.
Yeah,
So
it's cute.
But we're gonna add just a little bit of brown jelly because I do think this will help it actually. And I'm just gonna use
Just
like
warm it up,
a really thin coat of this.
Just to give it that little
Just
bit
a
more
little
brown
dimension.
warmth.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, cute.
And it does kind of mask if you do have any spots where the foil detached too early or you have like little cracks. This does help kind of hide them.
See how mine, you don't have a huge secret.
Super
so
cute.
it's very secret.
And you could go in and add like little bits of black or whatever and deepen your tortie even more, but I think I'm just going to leave it how it is.
Yeah, I
It
think
just
it actually
stays
works really
simple.
well.
Yeah.
With these darker pieces, it kind of feels like it has more depth with that thin layer of brown jelly. Oh, it's cute. It's cute.
Oh, it's a heart. Cute.
Cute. While you were doing that, I was thinking this is also cute when you put it at the cuticle and you do it upside down.
Oh yeah, and they're just like cuffs. of pumpkin.
Cuffs of pumpkin. So you
And,
could
like,
also try
different
that.
colors.
Yeah.
Ooh, I was on Pinterest this morning looking for some inspo, and there was like a whole color palette of like light blues, kind of like sea breeze, and then like some darker moody blues and like some ivories, and they were all just like pumpkin cuffs. And they were just
Cute.
tiny, and they were so pretty.
Oh, I love that. All right, here's this for you.
My kind of fall color palette. All right, and I am going to wipe off the inhibition layer before I add my little chrome accents, just because I don't want it to slip and slide all over the place. I want a little bit more crisp detailing. And very similar to how Sarah outlined hers, I outline my pumpkins a little bit differently though.
Yeah, I think that,
Because
show them how. Everybody has a different way. I'm
start
so
with
not
the
ready
center.
for fall nails, but the torty pumpkin is adorable. Yeah, it really is.
It really is.
You start with the lines, do you?
Mm-hmm. I start with the middle and then kind of build my way out.
Tara asked if you had to pick one new Get a Grip shade, what would it be? Oh, mine would be Nougat.
I don't know. Nougat is really good. I also think truffle is really nice.
Truffle is nice.
I don't know. It kind of
But
just
then I like
depends on your
Cupid.
client. I love Cupid.
Because Cupid's cute,
Cupid is
especially my
just like
client
that
who loves that pink.
perfect pink. Yeah.
place it and then go.
Gemma said, I love Nougat. It's so pretty.
It really is.
And then
They're all so good though. You really can't go wrong.
I also like combining them, like I did that Nougat and truffle over here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so pretty.
start on the sides and then, yeah, so, yeah. Just keep going, okay? Uh-huh, there, uh-huh. And just carefully slide through so it's even. Okay? And then you can flip and see, so you kind of set
Funny
yourself
that
up for success
as you're doing that,
because you've got
in
the
my
brush
head,
moving
it changed from
right.
torty to almost
And then
leopard-like.
Yeah.
not from
Isn't that
side,
funny?
turn your
Oh,
brush
that's funny.
To where it's, no, not your hand, your brush. Okay. So turn your, no, your brush. This? Yes.
Tara
you
said,
want
do I need them all?
Yes, that's
You
how
know, it might be a good investment.
I would start with Cupid, Nougat,
No,
truffle.
the free edge.
I would start with
which is
those ones.
here.
Mhm.
Yep, and then mix and match from there.
Yep, so right
Yep.
at that divot and then pull
I'm
that
just adding some more little
and just a tap, yeah.
viney gold accents.
Pretty.
Okay, and then let it settle regularly because it's always going to be a little bit.
Very pretty.
Just like a cute little
And then you can figure
something
out
something.
Gorgeous.
That's a lot.
Gorgeous.
As far as like,
All right, we'll give this a cure.
Knows by Tammy Miller. She says I'm in love with
and it's
these.
always easier to use that
Thanks.
for it
Me
because
too.
you're
I really do love.
Looks like a Cinderella pumpkin in a way.
there.
Oh, it does.
Sure does.
That way you can pull.
That would actually be really
I actually
cute.
really like blue pumpkins.
Wait, we're going to Disneyland in
Yeah.
October. All the Disney pumpkins.
Cute. Way cute. Now I'm excited.
Yeah. Listen,
We have
we'll
less
do
than
Disney
60
one
days.
hand, Marvel on the other hand. I
Yeah.
love it. That's so cute.
Part of it is if you do blood.
I'm gonna
it
have to
may
plan
flip
these nails out.
Gorgeous.
Being a little,
It's a bit extra.
that is good. So the thing here
Here's this for you.
is that
So
our
cute.
So
glitter
cute.
wasn't
And where's the
Clear's
just the
over here.
clear? Oh yeah, yeah.
On this type of a design and on like the other this, I would not put a glitter top coat.
Because
It's
it's already
too much
got
going
enough.
on.
Yeah, it's already got enough shimmer going on, enough
But
glitz.
sometimes that can make it spread a little bit too. The alcohol. But it just depends on like how much you have on your brush. This is why people give up nails and cosmetics because they're frustrated. But then it becomes like, oh, here we
This one is actually really cute. I will be saving
It
this.
is
It will be going up on
really
my
cute.
board.
go. And people see it and
Adorable.
you can't come back in 3 weeks and like, no.
Torty pumpkin for the win.
Oh,
It really is just such a fun design. Like I feel like this is so good for fall.
you cut too much off.
Love it.
Either transitional or full fall. So cute.
One person.
Gorgeous. All right, let's get that into cure, and then we'll do a recap.
Katie, we are going beginning of October.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
we're going the 6th and the 7th.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't actually know what days, so I'm glad you.
I'm real excited.
Nails by Gemma says, I feel like my next set is going to be pumpkins. I feel like that's
I
a
feel
great
like
idea.
absolutely.
Yep. Yep.
While we're waiting for that to cure, this is I used Nougat, Get a Grip, and then I put truffle Give Me Strength, just in a thin layer over top. So it's just giving this really natural, neutral color. So it is stunning. I really like to mix and match the Get a Grip bases and the Give Me Strength colors.
It is fun.
Very, very pretty.
Very personalized colors.
Yep. And I also love that they can be the color. Like this one, it is the color. We didn't have to put a gel polish over top. We just, no, this one is,
these ones.
Kiss Me Kate. Yeah, these ones, yep. All right, so as a recap, we started with this abstract design to help our good buddy Tara Adams out. She's in the UK and she just had a question on how to do that. Then Rachel went in with this gorgeous abstract fall leaf situation, and then we showed you 2 different pumpkins. You can have a really fun time doing all of these types of designs. All of these products are available at magpiebeautyusa.com or on the Magpie USA app. And next week we'll be inside the app, so be sure to download the app, and you can set for notifications, and that will just tell you when we go live, so that you can join us with any of your questions you might have. Any questions that we can answer right before we go?
I feel blue velvet pumpkin set coming on.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Gorgeous.
And Gemma says, so amazing. Thank you so much, lovelies.
You're very welcome. Have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful day, everybody. And until next time, see ya. Bye.